Well, it's a function of what is needed at this time in Nigeria. That's how I judge my chance. I'm sure that Nigerians are tired of the kind of leadership that we are here to provide. Very radical, straight, no nonsense, but democratic leadership that will transform this country. Save it all the years that the locals have put in. That's they used to say. So, 2019. Here comes the vibrant, passionate, competent.
Okay, take it back again. It's the slogan of.
Actually, we can't continue like this. It's lead slogan this time around.
Okay, how?
It's resonating well. There's nobody slogan is we can't continue like this.
Okay, let's.
The energy sector, followed by security, education, healthcare, and the economic system that is dynamic and vibrant enough to take care of this huge number of Nigerians who have been thrown into the valley of poverty. But I want that 3 million of them. That is more than a quarter of the Nigerian population. We have no time. The intervention has to be now. Otherwise, we are running out of options to create a peaceful, prosperous, and progressive Nigerian nation.
Okay, for you to actualize all this, you need to win this election. And right now, people are talking about. There's this debate about, the need for structure or not. Where do you stand on that debate?
The structures are those people who are hungry, those who have been kicked out of, opportunity to be called decent men and women in Nigerians. Those are the structures we always relied upon. And we've always said that this structure will act in their own best interest by electing a competent leader, not a leader who pay people on election day or pay them to the echo chamber that they call campaign rallies in all these big stadium across the country.
Okay, election, as you know, it is a multi-stakeholders engagement with INEC in the lead. You've seen the effort put into 2023, in the build up to 2023 so far. What is your level of confidence in the preparation?
The preparation, and you have already said it, is already flawed. It's flawed in a number of ways. And one of it, in my view, is that INEC is already programmed to fail because of the number of partisan persons and at management level and board membership of INEC. The second aspect of it is that INEC has no control over a huge portion of the Nigerian landmass because of its security. INEC cannot tell you categorically how it plans to hold elections in the southeastern part of the country, how it plans to hold elections in Zamfara, in Katsina, in Sokoto, in Benue, and parts of Plateau and Taraba State. He can't tell you how he hopes to hold credible elections in Niger Delta region. So those are serious problems confronting INEC, in addition to infrastructural problems and administrative structures in place. Because I was in a meeting between INEC and security agencies and parties just yesterday, and everybody seems to be throwing their hands up in the air, helpless. So we'll see how it goes. We are pushing to ensure that credible elections happen and that everybody is forced to do what they need to do to make sure that Nigeria votes next year and elects credible leaders.
Okay, you often
I have another crew waiting to talk to you, so try and laugh. Yeah?
Okay, maybe 2 or 3 more questions.
Yeah, 2 or 3.
Yeah. you have you take radical position.
Yes.
Or so many things. Earlier you were speaking about changing course.
Yes.
Can you speak to what you mean by changing course and how you
changing course is simple. That we cannot take Nigeria to progress and development with the same lackluster, lackadaisical, and disorganized way of governance that's brought Nigeria to this end. That course must be discontinued and another direction of the case if we are serious about actually building this country out of the doldrums. So a country that is confronted with radical poverty, radical unemployment, radical corruption, radical lack of social services desires radical solutions and radical leadership.
Okay, for people who are familiar with you, which anticipate as a student union activist, human rights activist, one issue they be having is reconciling the you that they know now to you that is aspiring to that the most exalted office in Nigeria. As in, can you be presidential in the convention?
Well, the people who have been presidential before now, how do they look? They look very nice, they wear nice clothes, but do they carry out presidential duties in a way that citizens can really call them president? I have never changed and I don't plan to change. The only thing that's probably changed about me as of today is the clothes I'm wearing. Otherwise, this is what you get when you meet them. I don't have any apologies about how I am, and I do not intend to become the kind of president that is presidential in terms of his appearance or speeches, but it's not presidential in terms of delivery of services to the citizens who voted them into office.
Okay, finally, just speak, on a policy generally. You spoke earlier about priority areas, including energy transition.
Yes.
And apart from that, policies that you think will cut across that are making impact.
We have all the policies that I discussed. We will take, have a lot of impact on Nigerians. The policy about reaching that energy level that is needed to industrialize and produce will take Nigeria to employment. It will take it to mass employment. It will give us the kind of revenue we need to fund social services, education, and all the good things that we need to do. These policies are the ones that will also even help those who have been mismanaging the country, because a lot of them are growing old and they will need elder care as well. The social services.
So you are tilting to socialism?
No, it's not tilting. That's our policy, and we are not afraid or ashamed of it, because that is what has been the way socio-economic justice can be delivered in this country. We practice capitalism for whatever we are practicing hasn't worked, but this one is very defined. And if anybody is trying to figure out what is it, if it's Russia or USSR, just tell them, show them Norway, Denmark. These are Nordic nations that practice socialism, and they have some of the best education, healthcare, they have the best infrastructure, and very reduced inequality in terms of their citizenry. And so they have very good per capita for their citizens. So there's nothing wrong if you take money meant for the people and spend it on them, and not a few.
Thank you.
Yes.
Zikoko, as you talk to the establishment of NTA, please speak to the young people of Zikoko.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Okay, it's a pleasure. So,
Says the Congo.
Yes.
So let's make it happen so that we can.
How will you find it?
your phone.
Yes. Okay, have you called?
No, I gave
Let me call you.
Okay.
Let's do this. You ring now. Okay.
It's okay. All right.
Yes.
So, I know
You don't want them. Sorry?
Okay.
Now, Zikoko is that better? Okay, so why should young people vote for you? Why should the Gen Z population who have come of age and they are going to participate in this election, why should they vote for you?
because most of the people in the Gen Z population are people we call children of democracy. And had I not been very active and passionate about democracy, they wouldn't have been born at this time. And the Gen Z population was also on some extent, and I might be a little older than most of them. But I'm in their generation because I'm one of the people who actually brought the social media sector to be functioning in Nigeria today through my participation in tech activities. So I was asking in the hall, I know Sowore is a student union activist and nothing more. They forget that I'm also a university lecturer. So that's why I understand the reason the lecturers are taught in 2 years university, so about 10 years. So many people have also forgotten that I'm an entrepreneur. I created a newspaper that became a global brand within 5 years. Maybe it's because I'm not white, otherwise I'll probably be as rich as one of the techies now today. but that's on the lighter side. But they should also know that it's about their future. And this, if you want to get Nigeria to start moving, that generation must understand how to vote for somebody who understands what they came here to do. It's a very special and interesting generation. Do you know why? This is the first generation in my lifetime that I saw or have experienced who raised themselves and are raising their parents. I'm telling you. They don't know this, but I have said it several times. That it's a special generation. But I think it's Franz Fanon who says that every generation out of relative prosperity must discover a mission, either to fulfill it or betray it. So they have a mission that needs to be discovered. That's the reason why we keep telling them, don't get too excited to go and vote for the wrong person. Because before you know it, the Generation Z, another generation will match and will be blaming the Z, X, just as we are doing now. Exactly.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much.